I love how muscly your arms are. You look so strong. Are not always the compliments you want when you're wearing a sundress. There's nothing wrong with broad shoulders, but very much like huge boobs, a fat ass, they're not always the things you necessarily want to be the first thing that everyone notices. Let's use styling to make sure people have a chance to look into our eyes before they stare at our shoulders. First of all, tops. We have options. Negative space is like the space around or between two objects, in this case, your shoulders. So every time you remove negative space, it can make something more imposing, like a building with windows versus a building without one. If you remove negative space in your top half, it makes the eyes see the shoulders as part of like one big, huge, intense visual block. If we want our shoulders to look smaller, we can do this with V-necks, scoop necks, loosening buttons, just any little gap that can draw the attention to the center of the chest and away from the shoulders. If you wear a top that curves inwards at the shoulder, you are highlighting your shoulders. It makes my arms look 2 times bigger for no reason. I got it as a basic and it turned into a, did you know that she goes to the gym 5 times a week, 2 hours at a time? And I don't, by the way, I don't. I'm just here like this. What else can we do? Volume for distraction. Just go bigger. Just give more. It seems counterintuitive, but if you have broad shoulders, just wear something that is way bigger, that adds way more volume to that area. I have my favorite top, which is like a Baroque a Baroque print off the shoulder top. It can be off the shoulder, it can be on, and it has huge puff sleeves. Because they are big, in a way, make my shoulders seem smaller. It's like her shoulders must be so small, swamped, engulfed. That's the feeling you're going for, something that you're slightly swamped in, not in a traditional baggy tee way, but in a, wow, that area is so large above her, her shoulders must be small. And I love this one especially because you can wear it off and on. I find that when you wear your tops off the shoulder, especially one like this that's big, you cut off some of the shoulder and you draw attention away. So it means, yeah, sure, you can see that there's a bit of a shoulder there, but it's not as noticeable, like, hello, it's me, pick me. A bit less of that. We could also go for bottoms for balance. Okay, so you have big shoulders, what do? You wear bigger pants, you wear a bigger skirt. So in this case, something flowy and loose on the bottom, even if you are exposing your shoulder. The illusion and the vibe that just there's something else to look at, guys. I think this is the inverted triangle body. They said swimmer's body, and I was like, wow, you really ate that, because I did swim my whole life. And then finally, guys, and maybe you didn't come here for this, but we have fuck it. My shoulders are absolutely huge. What do you actually want me to do? For this, you can wear anything. Even in this top, maybe you'll see, because of the way my arms are set up, the top cuts into my shoulders, so you can see that I kind of have a muscular shoulder build. Honestly, some days I'm like, you know what, who cares, it's fine. And other days I look in the mirror and I'm like, please, I cannot bear this. Sometimes I just throw on a big shirt and call it a day. You don't have to force yourself to always be proud. I know that's kind of contrary to what people say, but it's not every day that you're going to feel like fielding comments, compliments, or just any attention to a part of yourself. And I find, for me, it sounds ridiculous, but if my shoulders are out, like, people will comment on them. And they're not the biggest shoulders ever. People just comment on them, and I don't always want my comments. So sometimes it's just something formless, something shapeless. Give me a rest, give me a break. All we're ever trying to do with style is direct the eye. I tell you what I want you to look at, and then you can look at the rest of me. Toodles.